All right, welcome everybody to the closing bell for Monday. Let's jump into the let's hang on. So let me just adjust the screen over here. There we go. Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, okay, it's not gonna be perfect today. Okay, so I want to start off with the action stocks for today. Of course, we have TBP. I think this is right on the verge of a breakout here. Of course, please look at the disclaimer below. Not a recommendation to buy or sell securities. These are clients of Wall Street Reporter, et cetera, et cetera. Let's get into the. Actually, you know what? Hang on a sec. I think I may have to turn on the lights in the studio. So hang on a second. I'm going to go to the Gamestop in just one moment. Let's make this a professional set here today. Okay, all right. So yeah, we want to keep this to the high broadcast standards for YouTube. Okay, GameStop. Let's take a look at this right now. This is on the move. If you checked into our live stream last night, again, I'm not a fan of GameStop. I think this is a piece of crap. But I think it's heading back to the highs. I think it's going to be a $300 stock. Last night's live stream, I said this thing is going to move. It's going to make a move. Look at this chart pattern here. I'm kind of zooming in here. In this, this is a 15-minute. I'm going to go to a 30-minute right here. As you can see, look, it's broken out above the moving average. It's a momentum mode. I mean, this is an incredible. I'm not recommending this. I mean, again, this is like a flaming dumpster fire, but it looks like it's going to go to 300 plus. You know what? I think this thing has a shot at going to 500 even. Is it based on reality? No, it's based on the chart. And let me show you some other charts. Let me show you my charts as let me show you my charts. That's what is the famous quote from Gordon Gekko in the movie Wall Street. Take a look at my charts. Well, let me show you my charts over here. And these are 100-bagger charts. By the way, if you are just tuning in, if you want to get in on the action, here is the information on how to be a subscriber. Of course, you can watch for free. Comments are only for the the inner circle, the members of the channel, the premium and also the platinum, which gets the what do you call it? The platinum gets the first call, as they say on Wall Street. All right, so let's get into GameStop. So GameStop, amazing action. Take a look at this, really incredible. All right, let's jump into Bitcoin first. Why Bitcoin? Again, I like Bitcoin as much as I like GameStop, which means like I despise both of these things. But these things are exploding. The Bitcoin is what do we say? 52,000. 52 really is that key resistance level. This thing is going to break out. Bitcoin, I mean, look at this right now. I mean, the Bitcoin it just wants to go higher. I mean, you get all these like, Q reversals, the head and shoulders, bottoms, all that other stuff. You got the move. It's broken above the moving average. The Bitcoin clearly, I mean, you're going to see 52,000 again. I hate the Bitcoin, but it's going to be 52,000. Once it breaks that 52, it's going to 100. Forget about reality, what you like, what I like. I'm just telling you what's the reality of the market. The market does not care about my opinion or anybody else's opinion. You're going to see the Bitcoin higher. And what does that mean? That's actually bullish for some of our other stocks like GBLC, which is in that, crazy Bitcoin, not even Bitcoin, it's the altcoin space. So geared multiple leverage to Bitcoin. Stock has been actually very active. I mean, it's like a nice little trading stock. It looks like it's going to be breaking out of this kind of, I had a pullback here. We introduced this, I think, at 28 cents. It ran to almost 50, pulled back. I think it looks like it's ready to run. Let's go to TBP. This is the stock of the day. Stock of the day here right now. I'm going to zoom into 15 minutes. It's been very quiet right now. The stock, I mean, we announced this on our, this is a company that's going to be on our live stream. We're going to be, bringing this company to our audience this week. And we're going to be working very closely with them, getting that story out to institutions, retail, etc. over the coming months. And I think this is a great story. I talked about it on the live stream before. This company's got multiple things going for it. I'm going to kind of read you down. I'm going to go through my notes over here that I put out on the for our platinum members this morning when we announced this. So the only thing that's in the way, the company's got a lot of shares out. It's got like, I mean, the market cap is tiny. It's like 60 million market cap. But it does have, 300 million shares. It's a lot of shares. So otherwise, this thing would have been up probably, it would have been 50 cents already. So let's go to let me see. Okay, let me move into an hour chart. Okay, you can see what's happening. Okay, and let me move to the daily chart. Okay. As you can see, a nice breakout here. We're getting also the stochastics are turning up. The next couple of days, you're going to see a buy signal from the stochastics, I believe. I'll just touch on the fundamentals. I'm not here to really talk about fundamentals. I'm here more to talk about the charts. So here's my notes. Number one, they're going after, it's a biopharm company going after multi-billion-dollar market opportunities, hot space, the cannabinoids, drug development, all that good stuff. You saw what happened with GW Pharma, it was bought out for multiple billions. What else? Catalysts, multiple catalysts in place right now. They're going to have tremendous news flow as, they have, how many drugs do they have in their pipeline? They got a bunch of products in their pipeline. So you're going to see a lot of news flow coming out in the next weeks. They have 14 million they just raised, so they got plenty of cash on hand to meet all their needs. And what else do I like about it? I think the chart looks amazing. Let me show you this chart right now, because that is what we're talking about, the chart. Oh yeah, I got to do TBP MF. I'm sorry, so I got to do the US because the Canadian thing is screwed up. Okay, there you go, TBP MF. Again, we're scraping the bottom here, so you're kind of getting it on the ground floor. This is the US symbol, of course. Look at these spikes. I love this, by the way. I love stocks which have a history of making massive moves very quickly, spiking up based on news, etc. And we've clearly seen that TBP is very reactive, I think things are going to be even better when this has more eyes on the stock, which I think it will in the next couple of months as we get more involved in getting more institutions, retail into this name here. Let's see. By the way, I just want to welcome to Shafin, YouTube member Shafin. By the way, email me your info because I got to send you the HAPB. I don't know if you're watching our videos, but you are the official winner of by popular vote of the HAPB device. Email me your address. I think you got my email, right? jm@wallstreetreporter.com. I'm going to ship it out to you. I hope you're not in Canada or somewhere else because shipping from the US is very expensive. It might cost me like 10 grand or something to ship this out to you. Hopefully less. But yeah, the only thing I ask you is You gotta get the thing set up, get the app set up, and then you're gonna give us reports on how it's working for you. HAPB, one of today's stocks that is on the move. Let me just pull something up right now. If you're just tuning in, if you're on the thing, press the like, subscribe button. Let's go to, before I go to HAPB, let me look at a couple of other stocks that are moving. Okay. ESC, I just want to highlight this real quick. Again, you're having a nice little base. I mean, the stock had a massive run last week, breaking out above kind of this resistance here with a moving average on Friday. Today, it's behaving very well. I think we're going to build a nice little base over here in the $3 range for the next couple of days, and then we're going to see what happens. Could retake the highs. Okay, VSB, another stock that's pretty active today, actually. Very interesting. We're going to have VSB back in the live stream this week. You have a head and shoulders bottom right here. Again, this is a 15-minute chart. VSB doesn't trade that much, so it's hard to get real information here. But again, you broke out in this 72-cent range. That was the moving average. So you get a buy indication here. I think we're going to see, I think VSB's back in, bull mode right now. So yeah, the stochastics, I don't like the way they look. They're not super bullish. We got to see what happens the next day or so. But ultimately, this thing is in bull mode. Fans unite. I just want to highlight this right now. Fans, it's building a base in this dollar support range. Key support for fans, dollar, needs to hang out here for, I think, a little while. That's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. It might be in this range for maybe a week or so, 10 days. If I had to kind of, let's go to HAPB, today's movers. So Happy, what are you doing? Happy, you're supposed to break out today. So this chart right here, we almost could have had a key reversal day. I don't know if we're going to have it now. We got 20 minutes to the close, 22 minutes. It's got to close in the 75-cent range to kind of get back into bull mode. There we go. Okay. So Happy's got to get back above that price point. But I think actually it's pretty good. Again, not a recommendation to buy or sell securities. We don't do any of that. But right now, Happy is at the bottom, at the base, and it's had a nice big run right after we announced that massive crash. Once the market started coming down, I think a lot of stocks got affected pretty badly in the microcap space with the recent volatility. I think we're seeing an outsized effect, especially on the smaller names. So this is actually, I think it's a pretty good opportunity. Let me also say hello, thank you to our official cigar sponsor, Tony Da Vinci. Although I am not smoking a Tony Da Vinci cigar today. My lighter is not working. Let me just light this up here for you. There we go. Okay. And also the Stock Mafia. Stock Mafia. I'm actually smoking a different cigar, but thank you all for sending those great cigars. The Davidoff cigars, always great. I'm just mixing it up a little bit today. Let's go to other stocks that are moving today. Again, You know, TBP. This thing I sent that on our Telegram channel. This thing is really primed for breakout today. I really think. I thought it would be breaking like as we go into the close. What do you guys like to call this power hour? I thought we'd be breaking out above 20 cents, 25 cents. But you know what? This stock, it reminds me exactly of CBDT, exactly. And I'm going to cover the CBDT chart. So TBP, it's exactly the same thing. You know, both stocks were given up for dead. You know, they all have big volume, huge number of shares out. You know, TBP at 300 million. These stocks were scraping the bottom. CBDT, everybody was disgusted with the stock in October when we introduced it at a nickel, Canadian 5 cents. Sure enough, it turns around. Next thing you know, CBDT is 250, a 50x, 5,000% return, 5,000%. Can the same thing happen? Can TBP go to $10, which would be 50x? I don't know about $10, but I think it's got a pretty good path to $2 here. I'm looking for 10x here. We're going to have the CEO on our live stream this week, Guy Chamberlain. However, excuse my butchering of the French, the Quebecois, whatever. But he's going to be on our live stream. Company Massive Pipeline. Let me just click on over here. So yeah, so TBP, really, I'm actually shocked. I am shocked that this thing is not trading at a quarter right as we speak. Let's look at a couple of other movers right now. RHT, and again, it's a company we're going to have back, I think, this week. Relic. Again, you know, this week has been a rough week for these stocks. It's had a big pullback, as a lot of them have. There we go. So, yeah, it's kind of struggling in this range. It's got to build a little bit of a base here, and then it could break out. So, kind of, I think you're going to see in the 60-cent range. Today, really, it could have broken out, could have done a key reversal. It didn't. They don't always do that. So, but it does actually. If I look at the short-term chart, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Let me look at Tesla while we go into the close here. Tesla. Wow, yeah, Tesla is it's pretty much in free fall right now. So unlike that GME, I mean, it's so interesting that, I mean, both are real speculative stocks, GME, GameStop, Tesla. But Tesla really has done that, you know, like we said last week, you know, broke that that neckline of the Head and Shoulders. And it's been really like that snowball is just gathering momentum down. I mean, $400 is next for Tesla. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, yeah, I mean, this thing really looks, I mean, it looks pretty horrible, to be honest. I mean, it could hit, yeah, $400. I mean, it could just power right through the 400 line. Again, I'm not a fan of Tesla, but, you know, I think you've seen my calls on Tesla. When it was 400, I said it was going to 1,000. And, you know, so I think we're pretty accurate in this thing. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. We talked about ESE, CBDT. Let's go to CBDT. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for that. And that is one of our action stocks. What's happening with CBDT? Very interesting. In theory, I mean, it's not a perfect key reversal here. It's a little bit sloppy, but mean, the stock has definitely been, the action you saw Friday. I mean, the thing is definitely bottoming out. I mean, again, we're not making buy-sell recommendations. These things can all go to zero. But I think what we're seeing in CBDT is some pretty strong, actually, I would say a very impressive level of support right here. It's a stock, again, we introduced this at a nickel. It ran to 250, had a big pullback last week. Actually, it's not even a big pullback. It's really like, I mean, the stock is actually behaving really well for something that's come off from a massive run like that. Look at this kind of downslope. Have you noticed the angle of the angle of descent? It's really become more shallow. It's not steep. Look at like that Tesla chart I showed you just a second ago. That Tesla chart looks like it's going to just drop straight down. This thing, CBD, evening out. I mean, its thing is kind of bottoming out here. So I think over the next couple of days, we're going to see more of a bottoming out here, building a base in this kind of $80, $90 range. But once CBDT breaks, I'm going to say $1.05. It's going to be game on. I mean, this thing, I think CBDT can retake $1.50, $2 pretty quickly once it passes $1. Let's see, what else do we have here? What other stocks are moving right now? By the way, we're going to have VST Victory Score back on later in the week. Let me just say, of course, nothing here is a recommendation to buy or sell securities. What else is active into the close? Wow. TBP, I am shocked that this thing has not broken out above a quarter. 22, 23 cents is that key resistance. And I think once it breaks out of there, this thing is heading much, much higher. Let's take a look at Delic. Delic, I think we talked about it earlier. I mean, this thing, again, broke out above the moving average, building a base. The trend is back up. Let's see what happens with the stock the next couple of days. We could see, you know what? They've had some very good news. If you like the psychedelic space, definitely good play. VST, relatively subdued right now. I think if you look at the stochastics here, it looks like it may turn here, right about to turn. So I think we're at the bottom here for VST. It's probably a good entry point. You have kind of a head and shoulders bottom. You have a double bottom, maybe perhaps. I think this thing is going to turn. I think we're going to see new highs over $1.20 by next week. Let's see, Logic. Yeah, had a kind of a head and shoulders bottom. See, look at this. It brushed up against that resistance, the moving average. Couldn't break out. So I think it's going to go back here. 550 range. It's got to build a base before it can move higher. Okay, so HAPB we talked about. Let's see what else is active today. Fans. One of our favorites here. A stock that, again, I'm expecting this to do very, very well this year. Went from 20 cents to two and change, 2.25, 2.30. Pulling back. Perfectly normal for this thing. Okay, Joe, welcome. New member, Joe. Let's see. Bets. Cricketers, Indian cricketers. We got to get those Indian cricketers going. Let's take a look at the bets right now. Cricket. I know nobody knows what that is in the U.S. It's like the biggest sport outside of the US. Is it bigger than soccer? I don't know, football, whatever you call it. So it's huge in kind of that the British influenced world. So you got India, Pakistan, the UK, anybody that was involved in that world. Let's take a look here. I don't understand this cricket thing, but people apparently love it. So yeah, so they're getting these guys as influencers. They're gonna sign up, do some marketing, sign up some of these bettors, and this should do pretty well. So yeah, what's going on with bets? Actually, today it's not acting well. It's not behaving as it should. So again, it's a stock we introduced at, I don't know, 65 cents, 70 cents. Nice run, pullback. It's kind of building a base here in this, I think 60, yeah, pretty much what we see here, the 69, 68, even 67 range, 65 is going to be your base over there. And it's gonna hang out there. It needs to build that kind of base, and then it can break out from there. To me, this chart looks very similar to what fans looked like, a couple months back. Okay, FCO, why not? FCO is quiet today. I'm expecting some action here, some drill results. Yeah, really quiet. The chart is not looking great. We talked about it yesterday on the chart chat. You kind of have a big support in this 18, 15, yeah, I would say 16, 17, 18 cent range right here. It's kind of like your double bottom. The chart is below that moving average, so 19.5 cents. That's your 50-day moving average. So, technically it is, it's broken that support. So it's actually, it's a little bearish. I have to be honest with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. But I think we could bottom out here somewhere in 16 cents, and then we got to see what happens. We're waiting for those drill results. SHG. Oh, let me go back to Visible for a second. Yeah. Just trying to make a breakout right now. All right. SHG, what is going on here? SHG, amazing interview last week with the CEO. Company has great fundamentals. It broke the moving average. Again, a lot of stocks broke their moving averages last week. Where is this going? Support in the $1.20 range. We got to see what happens in the next couple of days. The chart is not in bull mode right now. I'll put it that way. It's broke the moving average. It's got to bounce from this $1.20 here, and then we're going to see what happens. Okay, 7 minutes into the close. Let's go to Trip. Another stock below the moving average. Last week, a lot of stocks broke that average. So we had on Friday what looked like a turnaround attempt. Today it's a little bit sloppy. Key support, 30-cent range. We got to see what happens in the next couple of days. Yeah, so that is what's going on over there. Let's see. Can TBP the question is, can TBP break out? Here we go. Power hour, power 5 minutes. I'm waiting for this. Okay, this is gonna be fun. I think this thing is gonna try to make a run for it. I mean, I think it's been setting up all day. I think this thing's been setting up all day here. to make a run at the close. Can this thing hit 23 cents? We got 6 minutes left. 20 cents. 20 cents right now. Let's see what happens. Pretty funny. Let's go to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the speculative bellwether. Wow, Bitcoin is making a run, breaking out. Very bullish for all our stocks, actually. Yeah, Bitcoin, wow, breakout. Massive breakout here. Unbelievable. I think this thing is gonna do it. It's gonna go for that 52,000. The 52,000 is what an incredible bullish setup this is. Again, I cannot tell you how much I hate Bitcoin, but this thing is about to make a massive run right now. Timestamp this. I think we're going to break through 52,000. That's your key resistance, that 52,000 level. I mean, any minute. I mean, this can happen with maybe tonight or whatever. And then we're going to see 100,000. And what does that mean? That's a very bullish for all our stocks. How do you sign up for Telegram? Oh, okay. Oh, you just signed up. Okay. So Joe, what you do is you email me, jm@wallstreetreporter.com, jm@wallstreetreporter.com. I'll email you the Telegram link. Unfortunately, the YouTube, I don't have it set up where they're like automated, so it's done manually. I'm going to have one of our elves in the workshop send you the email. Okay, so Bitcoin breaking out as the market is closing. You got TBP on the brink. Nah, look at this, 19.5 cents. It's like people are just fighting it out. The bulls and bears are fighting it out. 19.5, 20 cents. Nobody wants to give up that half penny. It's really amazing. Cloud MD. Look at this, Cloud. What's going on with Cloud? I think we've built a base here. I'm going to see if we can break out. Again, this is the US. I'm looking at the US symbol right here. $1.70 on the US side. Let's see what happens. Again, your resistance is $1.80. It needs to retake $1.80 to move forward. So that's what has to happen with Cloud. Let's see what's going on with our other stocks. HAPB, 70 cents now. HAPB is catching a bid. I mean, I think this is what could be one of the massive winners of this year. It's really, oh, look at this. Look at this. This is shaping up nicely. We could have, it looks almost like it's trying to do a key reversal right here. It needs to break above this 70, I would say 75 cents. HAPB needs to close above 75 cents tomorrow probably. And then it's going to be a nice setup for the next big run. Okay, 2 minutes into the close, TBP. Are we going to see a close of 22 cents? 23. Can this do it? Can TBP do it? Okay, TBP. TBP, very positive into the close. I love this chart, their long-term chart. Yeah, really nice. Let's take a quick look at the GBLC, one of our speculative Bitcoin-related stocks, blockchain, all that stuff. Yeah, it's building a decent base. I'll tell you what, when Bitcoin starts moving, you're going to see a reaction here on this GBLC. So it is what it is. Let's see. I think we got a double bottom happening here. Probably a good place to get in if you like the cannabis space, 51 cents. They're rolling all those joints. What else do we got? Oh, let's go to CBDT as we go into the close. It's going to be very interesting to watch what happens here. Let's look at that 50-minute chart. Yeah. Wow, they just don't want to they just don't want this thing to break out today. Wow. Just when this thing looked like it was gonna, it could have broken out possibly to $1. Again, the market's got some weakness going on right now. So yeah, there we go. TBP, Tetra Bio. Couldn't break out above that 20-cent range today. Not bad though. Not a bad showing since their debut. So you know what? Actually, towards the close, we had some decent little buying here. Yeah, we had some decent buying into the close. So that is actually, I think we got a bullish setup for tomorrow on the TBP. Thing with CBDT. And who else we got? Visby. This is a sneaky one. This Visby. This is a sneaky stock. Yeah, it's hard to see, but I think we got a head and shoulders bottom. You got to break it above this moving average. 80 cents. I mean, this thing can move very, very quickly without anybody noticing. 80 cents. I mean, this thing can go to $1 like tomorrow if it really, wanted to. So, yeah. Let's take a look at HAPB towards the close. Some nice buying in the close. Not bad at all. It broke above the moving average, so that's pretty good. You know what? Look at this. Oh my God, I hope, I don't know. This is like, was somebody watching this thing here? All right, so HAPB ended up closing, creating a key upside reversal signal right here. 75 cents, a breaking above the moving average, and now it is in bull mode. That's what the chart says. It's not my opinion. It's what the chart is saying. All we need is a follow through tomorrow. If this thing goes above 80 cents, it is game on, and we're going to see, I think, new highs in a couple of weeks. So 80 cents tomorrow, and it's, how did Gamestop do? Not bad at all. I mean, wow. Again, beautiful chart setup on Gamestop. Gamestop is not a, by the way, Gamestop is not a client of Wall Street Reporter. I'm just showing this here because it is one of the speculative bellwethers in the market, so it affects what we're doing also. Gamestop is, I mean, that chart looks like it wants to go to 300, like yesterday. I mean, this is one of the most bullish setups chart-wise you could be looking at. The short term is not that bullish, but that other chart I showed you, it's got everything going for it. Let's see, how do we close? Anything else move? Delic, not bad, buying into the close. And again, let's just go to CBDT once more. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Okay, that wraps it up. I want to thank all of you for joining today's live stream. Thank you to also Stock Mafia, official cigar sponsor. And again, our goal is to bring you 100 baggers only. Oh, wow. I got to fix this. PKK is actually, let me just do this right now. This is not, it's not up 75%, it's up 750%. So yeah, we've had so many 10 baggers and 8x, 7x, 5x. Too many to list. Okay. Mark, thank you. Shafin, you are awesome. And email me your address. You got my email, so I can ship you out the HAPB. I'm going to give you the HAPB. You're going to put this on your head and get the, it's going to give you all sorts of stuff. All right, guys, I'll see you. I think probably the next live stream is going to be Wednesday. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. All our members, bronze members. See you on Wednesday. I think we're going to have a very, very exciting week. We have some big action, massive action in these stocks this week.